Hello, trading has closed on October 26th, 2023. We always do our disclaimer first. We go over our calls, make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Friday, October 27th. Please remember I can be wrong. All trades should be made at your own risk. We had mixed signals yesterday. Looked for a gap and prompt move outside the day's range. We got that. I said if we rallied, it would be a miracle, but I could explain it. Absent a miracle, I look for lower prices, which is what we got. This is the pattern with the early low. Tomorrow should have the early high. It's just a reminder of what we said. Gap prompt move outside the range. No miracle today. Big drop. There are a few good things I could say about the thing. We had this big drop and couldn't close under the midday lows. That means the last few hours didn't accomplish anything. That could all change if we take this low out early. The futures are up smartly as I'm recording this. Sentiment indicators are still saying we're close to a low in terms of time. So let's see if this is any hope of holding. But during the day we had this big drop. MEJT said right at the bottom that wasn't going to stick. The prices would retrace. But it also said this big rally wouldn't stick and the price would retrace. And that's already happened. This is a weekly chart, and here's an 89-week moving average. Now, if you look back here over years, you'll see, except for an occasional indiscretion over that average, it does a pretty good job of separating bull and bear markets. We tend to stay either under that line or over that line. So we're coming down right to that line. Is any hope for the bullish case at all? You would like us to stay over that line, or at least have any drop under it be very brief and quickly reversed. This is time to Mark's TDST line around 41.66. There's support that goes to one full bar under the line. You don't have to print a full bar under the line, but you're at his support level. We're also under the lower Bollinger Band. This is stretched pretty far, right to a support level which you would like to hold. Don't always get what you like. Same level around 41.66 is another to mark signal. It's a TDST support line, and again we're under the line where his support lies, and we're under the Bollinger Band where it's just hard to make progress. Doesn't mean you can't make progress. There are crashes, but those are rare things. So we're at his support level. This was the count we have had, and if we break the high of wave 1, 4100.51, this whole count falls apart because wave 4 can't overlap wave 1. So we're coming pretty close to that level. It's hard to count this wave 4 as being complete, but at least if you set wave 2 equal to 61.8, and 100% comes right in at this low. So there is a Fibonacci relationship between wave 2 and wave 4 if this is the low of wave 4. This price is a Fibonacci target of the prior consolidation. Here's your 38.2%. We stopped right here. So you're stopping at the fib target, and you're You're under the DeMark support levels. I mean, if we're going to hold, this really is where you have to hold. We keep on dropping from here. We're going to break the fib levels. We're going to break this count. We're going to go under the 89-week moving average. And at that point, you just can't make the case for this count being right. And if that isn't the right count, it's hard to see how you're going to recover anytime soon. This is kind of a must-hold level. Well, tomorrow's pattern has the early high regardless of where we open. Typically, it's a rally day with a high in the final hour, but failure is a straight line drop. It's somewhat bullish. The day-long drop couldn't close under midday lows. In addition, one can see some Fibonacci targets at today's low. We're under 41.66, and the DeMark TDST line support on the daily weekly chart is right there. Support extends to one bar under the line, so if we print a bar completely under the bar, that support breaks. We dropped just about as much as we could drop without invalidating the bullish case. We can't hold this area. Nothing stops much lower prices from printing in the months ahead. So I've been looking for higher prices. The idea is not killed, but it's kind of on life support. It's a good thing for that case that futures are up, but that doesn't tell us how we're going to open tomorrow. We have support. You drop to it in a straight line. Usually when you're up to support in a straight line, either you gap under it or else that support's going to hold, even if it doesn't hold forever. And futures are already up, and it's a pattern which is usually positive. So there is some hope for a recovery tomorrow. But if we can't get a recovery from this level, that would open the door to much lower prices printing in the months ahead. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. It's the pattern with the early high. Futures are off to a good start. We have lots of higher targets left behind. If we rally from here, I can explain it, but that hasn't happened yet. And picking bottoms can be a risky business. But we drop too much under this level. The other targets I have are significantly lower. If we hold this level, my targets are significantly higher. So we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed and see if that holds. It's a pattern with the early high, and that's today's call.